Ooh, what's up, guys? Welcome to Season 4, Episode 6 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is Jmack Gaming.
Yeah, it's me.
It is you?
I don't have to yell to get my point across.
I don't have to yell either. This is my normal speaking voice.
No. Let the record state that you went, oh, the Monday Night.
That's my normal speaking voice. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Pretty a loud speaker normally.
Okay, so when next time you're talking, just watch that and see how much it fluctates.
All right.
See, you went, all right.
That's just how I normally speak.
Well, you don't need to
I'll
yell.
just whisper from now on.
You don't need to yell into people's ears, Jack.
I'm not yelling in anyone's ears. I'm yelling into this microphone.
You're yelling in my ears.
That might be true.
It is true. Because I'm right here. Let's start the show,
You're right
Chad.
here next to me.
Let's start the show. We start off, Chad. The pre-show here in the Time Warner Cable Arena here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Flair Country. It's Sean Devari defeating Jacques Rougeau in 10-18 with the Magic Carpet Ride, Chad. The European champion, Sean Devari, Chad.
Hell yeah.
He beat you for it.
He did. That brat bastard. That cheeky expletive. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to swear today.
Say it, pussy.
Fuck. That cheeky fuck.
JBL also defeats Russ Haas.
Russ Haas. Charlie Haas's brother.
What do you know about JBL getting a back-to-back 69?
Nice. He's the king of 69.
I am. What are you looking at?
Your TV turned on.
The TV's turning off.
Well,
see,
it turned on.
It turned on
to turn off.
Well, it was already on. You could see the TCL Roku thing going.
Yeah, but
so it was already on.
Yeah, but then I was telling you to turn on to the color to tell it was coming off.
So you're afraid of color?
No, it just spooked me. I wasn't prepared for it.
And the Boston Combat Club, Chad.
Nice.
They're working on some grappling moves, Chad.
Okay.
They're grappling. They're training, Chad, because Danielson and Malenko are in the Elimination Chamber at No Way Out for the Intercontinental Championship. And Malenko's got a fork. Or Nick Gage, he's got the fork, Chad.
Okay.
What do you know about the fork? You ever been forked before?
I haven't. I know that next to the spoon, it's probably my favorite utensil.
Why is the cat in here?
Oh, there's a cat in here.
Get the cat out of here.
All right, well, explain this while I get Cobb out of here.
Nah. We start off...
He's under your bed now.
You are... useless.
It's okay. He's just the TW streaming kitty.
Yeah, but then you're... Stop moving the chair. I'm getting anxiety, Chad. I don't know why. There we go. PJ Black's here, Chad.
Nice.
He's here. And he is declaring... He's got shit to talk about, Chad. You know, on Friday Night SmackDown, not only did he lose to The Undertaker after he said he... Come on.
After he said what?
Nope. Come on.
Hang on, Justin is removing the cat from his bedroom.
After I asked you to.
Well, he ran under your bed.
Get out of my chair.
I want to run under your bed.
Why not? What is there? Spooky monsters under there?
No, I just didn't want to do it.
You afraid? You didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
everybody, Chad didn't want to do it because he didn't want to get up. Let the record straight.
Well, because I get up, it's gonna make a noise in this squeaky, creaky chair.
Move up. Get up. Not as bad as you turning around.
I made a noise. Anyway, do your show.
Oh my god, a little bitch boy Chad today. We start off with PJ Black, right? He's declaring that after his actions on Friday Night SmackDown, he's indefinitely right now suspending Jim Cornette and Masawa for calling him bad names.
No.
PJ Black does not want to get called bad names. He said, from this point on until I tell him not to, Masawa is not allowed to show himself on Friday Night SmackDown. And he also says, you know, he found another note earlier today. He's got one more competitor is qualifying for that Elimination Chamber tonight, Chad.
Ooh.
I wonder who it could be. He also says, fuck The Undertaker and fuck WCW. We move on. This is a little match graphic for the main event tonight. We're getting Edge and Jushin Liger, but up next, Kurt Angle makes his way down to the ring. He's in action. Up next, Chad. Are you excited for Kurt Angle?
I'm always excited for Kurt Angle.
Are you excited for Edge and Liger in one-on-one singles action tonight?
Yeah, that's gonna be lit.
To main event Monday Night Raw. Ooh. This match was only 5 minutes long. That's why I only got a 70. Kurt Angle taps out Joey Matthews in 5:47 with an ankle lock. Angle, a 98, Chad. How do you feel about that?
And Joey Matthews, a 66.
Man, we're not worried about the guy that lost. All right, why would we care about that? This match had a definite lack of psychology. Well, that's interesting. It was a 5-minute squash match. It better have some psychology. He grabs the microphone afterward, and he says he's sick and tired of coming up, of getting all the way to the top of the mountain, but coming up so damn close, but not getting it done. He's sick of it, Chad. He's got to look deep within himself to find out what he needs. And he's going to call on a man that knows exactly what it takes to get it done. One man that knows exactly, and he calls out Sean Stasiak.
Oh, big bad Sean Stasiak.
And Sean, you got to the top. All right, you won at WrestleMania. You beat that traitor Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania. I need you to come down here and tell me what I need. What I need to get that last little last little inch over the mountain to get to that WWF Championship. And Stasiak says, Kurt. Well, sorry, I was too busy looking at myself. Kurt, I just don't think you have it, buddy. I don't think you have it in you to finally reach the top of that brass ring and get that WWF Championship. I haven't seen it yet. Well, to be honest, I've only seen a lot of me in the mirror checking myself out. But Kurt, you just don't have it. And Angle slaps him.
Ah.
And spits in his mouth. And puts him...
And spits in his mouth.
And tackles him and puts him in an ankle lock, Chad. Spits in his mouth? No, I said spits at him.
You said spits in his mouth.
I said...
You said spits in his mouth.
Paul London and the Brian Kendrick are taking on the Bashams here, Chad. And the Bashams get a big win here in Charlotte, North Carolina in 10:33. When Doug Basham spits in Paul London's mouth with a pile driver.
Kinky.
Oh, man. China. We're seeing...
Speaking of kinky,
we're shown a replay of last week's blindside attack for Miyazaki, Satomura, and Uematsu. What does this mean? China is hurt. Is she medically cleared to be still be women's champion? We'll find out next week when the doctors check in on her. But speaking of Satomura and Uematsu, they take on Alicia Webb and Taylor Matheny. And
who the fuck is Taylor Matheny?
Who's Alicia Webb, Chad? And, you know, it was a match. Satomura and Uematsu win in 5:57. A big win for the dominant women's stable here of Satomura, Uematsu, and Miyazaki. We move on, Chad. Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, and Mike Tyson, they arrive in a limo. They're dressed to the nines tonight, Chad, because Randy Orton's in a match.
Interesting.
He's going to be in one of the qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
And he beats Buff Bagwell in 15:25 with an RKO.
Buff Bagwell could have been a Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Buff Bagwell, former
what? Former what?
Former WCW hot commodity, Chad.
Oh.
Biff. Really? I think Biff.
Biff was you. Buff was up me.
Was Buff ever a tag team champion?
Buff was a tag team champion. Can you name his tag team partner?
Was he in my company?
In my company.
Oh God, he was tag champion in your company?
He was. Can you name his partner?
I can even name. If you name, is the team gonna give it away? The team name?
The team had no name.
Oh, then why would I?
Rey Mysterio, because remember
Ultimo
you took
Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon from me.
Yep. CM Punk is here, Chad. He's not on location tonight, though. He's in Chicago, Illinois, Chad. That's where No Way Out is held.
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois.
Nice.
And he's sitting on the streets, and he says, "Hey, Steele, you want to talk all that shit? You want to talk all that stuff that you carried me? No. I carried you to the wrestling business. I drove your ass back and forth to your place, to the wrestling training dojo that we trained at together, back home. I took you out to eat. I did everything for you. So what? You came here. You got the call to the show. You got the call to the main roster a little bit before I did. And that makes you think you're better than me? No. see in a couple weeks, No Way Out, Chicago, Illinois, both of our hometowns. I want to fight. And I don't want to fight just in the middle of the ring. As he looks around, I want to fucking fight in the middle of the streets of Chicago, Illinois. Ace Steel, we're going to have a Chicago street fight. Me, you, blood, guts, glory. I'm going to leave it all. And I'm going to prove to you that you did not carry me. You just tagged along for the ride.
And I am all elite.
What does that mean, Jen?
I'm just saying he's all elite.
What does that mean?
It's just he's elite.
Chad Collier is getting made fun of. This is exactly what you get for chiming into my promo right there, Chad. Chad Collier is getting made fun of by the kings of the mountain. The lowest rated...
You think I don't even know the name of these three idiots. You think I care that they're making fun of me? Go ahead.
Well, Chad, but they're
Who
right.
were your championships you've held?
What?
How many championships have they held?
That's fair. That's fair. Not all about championships, Chad. Remember that.
You're right.
Okay. And then, Chad, he's not happy with this. And, Teddy Hart spits a paper wand at Chad and hits him right in the forehead.
A lot of spitting today.
And Frankie Kazarian's just laughing on point. I mean, Chad slaps Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, damn right.
And they start fighting, and security's going to take them apart, Chad. And PJ Black Shane McMahon. Shane's like, in the ring now. So we get that match right here. And Chad Collier defeats Frankie Kazarian in this match, Chad, by disqualification after Teddy Hart and Jimmy Jacobs jumped the ring and started attacking Chad Collier.
Is this the babyface turn of Chad Collier?
No, this is just, he's a baby back bitch right now. He's just a little sad boy who can't get his way. And they start...
sad Collier.
And they start beating him up even more anymore. And then Fig comes out and saves the day.
Oh, get this fucking guy away from me. Why is he helping me?
He says if there's one guy that's gonna beat Chad's ass, it's gonna be me. And then he hits Frankie Kazarian with the microphone. He wants to beat down Chad Collier himself. That's the gimmick right here. Ray LaPon's here, Chad.
No, Ray LaPon.
He's in a match up next, our co-main event, I think.
Oh, good heavens!
He takes on Justin
This
Winston.
is the co-main event. Oh my sweet God!
Yeah, I did them in the wrong order. It was supposed to be Chad and Kaz in the co-main.
We're gonna beat Raw this week.
A big match for the TNA World Champion, Chad.
Yeah, big match.
And we move on. This is the Edge, Lexi Fife, and Christian Cage. They're making their way to the ring. We have our main event of the night, Edge and Jushin Liger to save the day with a 99. Up next, who do you got?
I got Edge.
He's got Edge. Well, a 94. This match stunk. Well, that's fair. Jushin Liger defeats Edge in 2011, Chad, with a Liger bomb. A big win for the #1 contender. They grab a mic after the fact, and they say, well, it looks like someone still got that, what the fuck where do you go after a marriage?
The honeymoon?
Honeymoon hangover. Someone's got that honeymoon hangover. Enjoy holding those belts on, holding those tag team belts for a couple more weeks. We'll gladly take them off of you at No Way Out. Well, is Dynamo going to become the new champions, or Edge and Christian going to defend the belts at No Way Out? You're going to have to find out at 92, which is still would have beat Nitro and Thunder last week, so I don't care.
Okay.
So hopefully Chad can get it together.
Hopefully.
This was a bad Raw. In terms of...
You mean to tell me you didn't think Ray LaPon and Justin Winston were going to unequivocally bang?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. I should have flipped those around. Whoopsie. Oh well. We'll see you for SmackDown. Oh, no, we won't. We will see you for Nitro first, right, Chad?
You will see me for Nitro.
We'll see you for Nitro.
You will. And we are here for Nitro. Justin, we only have to beat a 92.
No, keep going. No, I want you to figure out what you've done wrong so far.
What have I done wrong? Oh, the microphone. It's right here. And we're here for Nitro, everyone. I forgot to move the microphone. That would explain Justin's look. But nonetheless, we have it here, right?
We might go remote in the same house.
And we are ready to roll. Justin, we got a big show. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just going to jump right into it. We start the show off. Shawn Michaels and Kip James are in the arena. Shawn Michaels says, I'm so happy that we're here in some shitty town in Nebraska. He says, because this is the first time that any of you people have ever seen an athlete as great as me, HBK. This is the first time that any of you have seen entertainment like you have tonight. Because when I'm in the ring, I'm a top notch. I'm above everybody else. And now, last week, after I, of course, beat down that sorry excuse of a former world champion, Ahmed, I promised that I would shave the head of Chris Jericho tonight. So, Chris, you know what you have to do. You're here tonight. You need to get in the ring, sit in this chair, and let me shave your head. So, Chris Jericho, he gets in the ring. And, Chris says, Shawn, first of all, I'm a man of my word, I did say that, if you beat me, the stipulation was, I'd shave my head. So, yeah, I'm going to shave my head tonight in front of all of these fine folks in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, actually. But, Shawn, before I do, there's just some things that I want to say. First of all, Shawn, while you're shaving my head today, I want you to really think about your place in this company. You see, they've been spouting since you came here that you were the hottest free agent, the biggest free agent this company ever signed. But Shawn, the only reason why they signed you is because Triple H said no. And ever since you came here, you formed the Clique. You had Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Six, Kip James, Road Dogg, Primo, Eddie Colon, China. And Shawn, I look in the ring right now and I see one guy. Kip James is watching your back. Out of all the clique you had, of all the friends you had, you're alone now. And Shawn, I think you realized that you need me. You needed that match against me more than I needed you. Because here's the thing, Shawn. I have held the championships on multiple times just like yourself. But my championships didn't have controversy surrounding them like your first one did. And, Shawn, if my memory serves, the only reason why you're even getting these main events is because I was off on tour with Fozzy. And now, Shawn, you know that you have to shave my head tonight to make yourself relevant because you know that you look at me and I'm just a younger, better, brighter, faster, stronger Shawn Michaels. And that bothers you. But go ahead, Shawn. Go ahead. Shave my head. But no matter what you do, Shawn, it doesn't matter because even a bald Chris Jericho is still better than any form of Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels, he's holding the hair clippers in his hands and he says, Chris, I think instead of shaving your head tonight, I'm going to shave years off your career. And then he super kicks Chris Jericho in the face. And Kip James runs out of the ring while Shawn Michaels is beating down Jericho. And he grabs a steel chair. And it looks like he was going to hit Jericho with a chair. And then that sorry excuse of a world champion, as Shawn Michaels' words, not mine, Ahmed runs down to the ring. And he starts fighting off Shawn Michaels and Kip James. And Shawn Michaels and Kip, they roll out of the ring, and Chris Jericho, he stands up and he says, Shawn, Kip, you talked a lot of shit. You talked a lot of crap about my buddy Ahmed over here. And listen, you know what? Him and I, we've held tag team gold. We've had some of the best tag team matches in the history of this company. And you know what? We may not be a tag team anymore, but we can be best of the best for one night. You guys want to run your mouth? You guys want to try to attack me? Huh? How about this? How about in the main event tonight? It's going to be you two versus us two, but I promise you, these fans came to see someone get their head shaved, and I promise someone's leaving this arena with a bald head, and it won't be, then it's not just going to be Ahmed. So, Shawn Michaels and Kip James versus the best of the best, Justin, tonight in the main event.
Nice. That's tonight?
Tonight.
Oh.
And we've got, Justin, a television championship match, Perry Saturn versus Mike Awesome.
You could have put a gun to my head and I wouldn't have told you Perry Saturn.
Oh, that's why. Come on. This is me. It's been a while since we've done this, and he wasn't on TV last week. So, and about that good wrestling and decent from the crowd, Perry Saturn defeated Mike Awesome in 10-11 with a flying elbow drop, and Perry Saturn makes defense #1 of the world television title.
You defend your belts a lot on TV.
Listen, you never know what you're going to get here.
I know.
And we have Chase Tatum and Hulk Hogan. They are in the ring, and Hulk Hogan says, well, you know something, brother? My protege, my friend Chase Tatum, he wasn't quite able, brother, to get the job done in the main event last week against Samoa Joe. He wasn't able to become the #1 contender for the world title. But Chase, listen, you're going to have more opportunities, brother, because I see a young Hulk Hogan in you, as I've said time and time again, Jack. And that's okay, brother, because we can continue to show once and for all that you and I, brother, the immortal gentlemen, are the best tag team in this company, brother. And then the Dudley Boys come out, and Bubba says, you know, Devon and I have been tag team champions for a number of months now, and we've defended against any tag team who wants to step up and try to take them from us. And the fact that you guys are crowning yourselves the greatest tag team in this company is disrespectful, and me and my brother Devon, we're sick of it. So we'll tell you what. How about you two put your money where your mouth is? All right, let's see if you can actually win a title match, because you didn't win at Starrcade, you didn't win your #1 contenders match last week. Let's see if you can actually win a championship match when it counts. All right, you can win World War III when you're the surprise and no one can prepare for you, but let's see if you can actually win a match, a big one. Chase, me and Devon, we're challenging you two at the big pay-per-view coming up in Denver, Colorado, Super Brawl. We're challenging Hulk Hogan and Chase Tatum to a World Tag Team Championship match. And after we beat you both, we're going to prove that we are and have been the best tag team in this company. And then Chase actually grabs a microphone and he says,
oh boy, oh no.
And he says,
uh-oh,
you're on.
Okay.
But how about tonight, Bubba? You get in the ring against me, and we'll face off one-on-one. And Bubba accepts the challenge.
Nice.
And that match is next.
No.
And then
Why didn't you just say now?
And about that great heat and good wrestling, the gentleman Chase Tatum defeated Bubba Ray with a pile driver.
Ah.
So there's that.
That's not a good look for Bubba.
We are backstage, and Jeremy Borash is here with Samoa Joe. And Jeremy Borash says, Samoa Joe, last week you won a #1 contenders match. You have another opportunity against Bret Hart for that world championship. And Samoa Joe says, JB, listen, at the pay-per-view at Cyber Sunday, I passed out. All right, but I'm not making excuses for that, all right, because I'm challenging Bret Hart to a match where it's going to take more than just one pinfall, one submission, to get the best of their opponent. This is going to be something that you're going to almost need your opponent to pass out to win, because this match is going to be a battle of wills. It's going to be, JB, I want Bret Hart in an Iron Man match. And then he leaves. And Justin, we've got Hardcore Holly versus Dave Batista. And about that, decent reaction from the crowd, but Subpar Wrestling.
Hardcore deserves better.
Dave Batista defeated Hardcore Holly with a sit-out powerbomb. After the match, the Wild Boys are beating down Hardcore Holly, and Crash Holly runs in with, armed with a baseball bat to try to help his cousin Hardcore Holly, but the numbers game is too much. Chuck Palumbo is beating down Crash Holly, Batista is beating up Hardcore Holly, and the entire time Ken Anderson is just shit-talking on the microphone saying, this is what happens when anybody tries to get in a fight with the three toughest and brightest stars in WCW, the Wild Boys! So Justin, the Wild Boys.
Nice.
Beating down the Hollies. Debbie Malenko comes in the ring and she's got a microphone and she says, I beat Queen Charmel, a former women's champion last week, and I want to keep showing that I'm the best women's champion there is, so I'm challenging another former women's champion right here, right now. If you want to step up to the ace of this women's division, then get in the ring and try to make destiny tonight. And Justin, and about that decent wrestling, and about Little Heat, Debbie Malenko beat the inaugural WCW Women's Champion, Cutie Suzuki, in 6:52 by pinfall.
Nice. Nice.
So, yeah. And we have ourselves a hardcore championship match and a decent match. Abyss defeated Brian Knobbs with the shock treatment, and Abyss makes defense number 2 of the hardcore championship. And Paul Bearer
Where's
instead
Paul
of
Diamond?
Paul Diamond, he
Come on, you had to run with it.
who knows why? I actually forgot that happened. If I'm going to be honest with you, Paul Bearer and Abyss, Paul Bearer and Abyss are in the ring, and Paul Bearer, but before Paul Bearer can even
What's Paul Bearer
hype
doing
up,
here?
he's the manager of Abyss.
No, Paul Diamond is.
But before Paul Bearer can even say anything about his client Abyss, Shane Douglas runs in and squares right up to Abyss, and they start fighting. Very few people have just squared up to Abyss like this. Shane Douglas, the franchise, shows no fear, and Shane Douglas, he says, "I'm gonna take that hardcore championship from you
They're
at
fighting. Why
Super
is he
Brawl."
cutting a promo?
No, that's what he says after security breaking up. Yeah, so. We have Bret Hart and then Jeremy Borash backstage. Jeremy Borash says, he's in Bret's locker room. Bret's got the world championship. He says, Bret, Samoa Joe challenged you to an Iron Man match at Super Brawl. What are your thoughts? And Bret's like, Samoa Joe, I respect you. I respect you an awful lot. You are, pound for pound, one of the toughest men I've ever been in that ring with. And listen, it took me making you physically pass out to defeat you at Cyber Sunday because you refused to tap out, and I respect that. And Samoa Joe, I've been in the ring with a lot of men who couldn't hang with me, but you can, Samoa Joe. But Samoa Joe, you're challenging me to an Iron Man match. You're challenging me to a match where it takes pacing. It takes form. It takes technical excellence to win an Iron Man match. And you're looking at a man who's got all of that. Samoa Joe, I don't know if you can go the length of an Iron Man match. I don't know if you
How long is it going to go?
I don't know if you can go the 30 minutes needed for an Iron Man match, Samoa Joe. But I'll tell you what, there's only one way to find out. I accept. I will see you at Super Brawl in that ring in an Iron Man match. And Samoa Joe, not only am I going to make you pass out again, but I'm going to make you tap out. I'm going to pin you. I'm going to do everything I can because guess what, Samoa Joe? You're not just stepping in the ring with a professional wrestler. You're not just stepping into the ring with the world champion. You're stepping in the ring with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
I must say, a Iron Man match chosen by a guy that just passed out in a regular match is not a good choice.
He's trying to test himself. He passed out from the submission. He didn't pass out because he was tired.
Yeah, but if he passes out again, Brett's just going to pin him 18 times.
Oh, that's
I
what
think a last man standing match would have been better.
This is what champions do, Justin. This is what champions do. Samoa Joe's a former champion. You test yourself, you understand your weaknesses, and you train to overcome them. And this is what Samoa Joe's doing.
It just doesn't make sense for a guy that just passed out to a sharpshooter.
And our main event of the night, we got Jericho and Ahmed versus Kip James and Shawn Michaels, and about that Subpar Wrestling and Great Heat. Chris Jericho and Ahmed defeated Kip James and Shawn Michaels when Chris Jericho pinned Kip James, and during that match, Kip James was shaved bald by Chris Jericho.
Why?
The match was over with. Shawn.
Does Jericho still have hair?
He did.
Why does he still have hair?
Because Shawn Michaels was going to beat him up before he shaved his head, and Ahmed broke up the beatdown. So then Chris Jericho took Chris Jericho took the clippers and shaved Billy Gunn's head. Oh no!
Yeah.
Well,
this is what happens. Now the fans are seeing that 4 years, 5 years of me booking every show for you. You're gonna be.
You've
fine.
done this too. Relax.
Yeah, but you're doing it more.
We do it just about equally. We do it very rarely. Do we do it? I haven't done it in a while.
That it's not true. You did it probably in December of the game.
I don't know.
We can run them back. I can
Maybe run them back. I mean, I'm sure, but listen, we both still make mistakes.
You're doing it more recently now.
No, I don't think so. I think I do it maybe a little bit more often than you, but not. It's not like I do it every other month.
That's doing it more recently then.
Yeah, but it's
doing
not
it more often.
But you make it seem like I do it every month, which is not the case.
That's not what I'm saying. But what I was saying is you're doing it more than me now.
That's fair.
That's what I was saying, and you were arguing.
Well, accidents happen. Sometimes we forget to look at things. It's fine.
Another one for the good guys. Suck it, WCW.
So we will see you for SmackDown and Thunder
for the real franchise.
And we are here for SmackDown. And Justin, do we got a big show in store for us today?
Paul White is here.
Or do we have a small show?
Paul White is here, Chad.
Paul White is here.
Chad, we already know what show we're getting into. We already know the main event. It was main event. It was told last week on Friday Night SmackDown. The rematch. Rhino calling out John Cena. Rhino John Cena, our main event here tonight for the United States Championship here in the Cow Palace. But what else do we have in store? We know that Paul White will be in action tonight as well. We saw that last week. What else do we have in store here, Chad?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, we're going to have to find out, Chad. We're going to have to find out. We start off with Farouk and it's D'Lo Brown and Savio Vega, Chad.
No.
In a decent little match of 65. Savio Vega defeats D'Lo Brown in 15-10 with a Caribbean kick. Sorry. Big win for Savio Vega right there.
Huge.
That was it. You want to talk about anything else about that match?
It happened.
No spots you want to call about?
That was a good Caribbean kick.
What led up to the Caribbean kick, Chad?
Well,
Farouk and Johnny Ace are here, Chad.
No.
Farouk defeats Johnny Ace in 10-18 with a Dominator. Big win for Farouk, Chad.
Good job for Farouk.
We start off tonight with Mick Foley, the Rock and Sock Connection. Mick Foley and the Rock in the middle of the ring. And they want answers tonight, Chad. We're here in the Cow Palace in Daly City, California. They want answers for why The Undertaker protected and saved Stone Cold last week. And they call him out, Chad. They call out The Undertaker, the dead man. And The Undertaker doesn't answer.
Oh.
And Mick Foley and The Rock, they said, oh, typical Taker. You come back and then you leave for 6 months. You come back, you make your monthly appearance, you're gone again. Typical. Stone Cold, you better watch your back out there. Because we're coming to get you. We're coming to find you. We're coming to kick your ass. If Undertaker's not here, we're coming to get there. We're coming to beat your ass. They go backstage, Chad. They go backstage. And they're looking around. They're looking around for Stone Cold. They're busting through doors and shit. They finally find Stone Cold's labeled locker room, Chad. You all right? You're breathing heavy.
I'm good.
All right. They barge into Austin's locker room and the lights turn off as soon as they enter, and then they come back on. It's just Taker standing behind him, and he starts beating the shit out of both of them, Chad.
Huh?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? We move on, Chad. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to French 101 with Rene Dupree, Savon Grenier, and Rob Conway. They are there. They are in France tonight, Chad.
Ooh.
And they're taking the camera crew and the SmackDown universe all across Paris, France, Chad. They show the Eiffel Tower. They show homeless people. They show stinky people. No, they don't. They show everything that Paris is all about. The romanticism of the biggest France city of them all. Paris, France, Chad. And then he said, oh, oui. Because they're not on the card tonight, Chad. They do the French tickler under the Eiffel Tower, Chad. What do you know about the French tickler?
They just did it.
What do you know? What is it, Chad?
It's the French tickler. It's when they do this. Isn't it this? Isn't it like the tickler?
That's not it. Chad just moved his arms up and down. This is the French tickler. No, it was the one the legged hop that Renee did. Boom. Boom.
Oh, right.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
That's the French tickler, Chad. Remember the Royal Rumble? Oh, Octagon got a 70. Why did you get a 74 here, Octagon? Jamie Noble, our Cruiserweight champion, defeats Octagon in a non-title match here in 11:26 with a guillotine choke, Chad. Jamie Noble, your Cruiserweight champion, getting some action in tonight, Chad.
Getting a big win.
Getting a win.
Oh.
You got to win.
You got to win. A win's a win, Justin.
We move on backstage, and we zoomed in on a note that Scott Steiner's writing, and you can only make out "get well soon" on it, and then Booker T comes over and crumples up the paper. Scott, what do we tell you? All right, no more thinking about girls. It's all about the hoochie mamas. And Ric Flair's like, how about we start thinking about more than hoochie mamas? None of us have really been in the limelight in a while, Scott. I know you haven't. I know you were world champion back in September, but the rest of us, Booker, when was the last time you had a singles pay-per-view match, Booker? I don't know, Rick. Kurt, when was the last time you did anything? Either company. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Rick. Diamond, we don't even need to ask you. Who cares about you? Who cares about you? What, you're the poster boy of Cyber Sunday 2000? Puh. I wet my ass with that poster, Diamond. Maybe it's time we finally did something and for ourselves, and we finally get into the action and the mayhem ourselves. How about we stop waiting for opportunities to come to us and go find opportunities ourselves. We move on. Scotty Tuati and Chris Cabin. Chris Cabin. CMU legend Chris Kamen.
Chris Kamen.
Scotty Tuati defeats Chris Sabin in 14:04 with a pile driver match. Had a decent little match here.
Hell yeah, good for Chris Sabin.
Good for Scotty Tuati. We move on. Paul White is here, Chad, the world's largest athlete.
You did say he was here?
Is in action tonight. But before that, Johnny Storm and Gene Snitsky are in action tonight, Chad. One member of Team Slaughter, Johnny Storm, taking on one member of Team Departed, or the Departed, Gene Snitsky. Snitsky easily, maybe not easily, but takes care of Johnny Storm at 552 with an egoish Schwein. They got great chemistry here, Chad.
Nice.
They got a 49, though, because they're jobbers.
Because they're shit.
Because the fans don't care about them.
Right.
We move on. We are PJ Black's in his office, and he is handed a note by an anonymous person that it's his medical, it's the diagnosis of Latin Lover. He will be out for 1 to 2 months, Chad.
Oh, no.
Latin Lover with some chronic shoulder pain. Will he be back in WrestleMania time? We don't know, but we do know he'll be off. Actually, he'll be off TV for a little bit, Chad. We move on. Paul White's match right here. He's taking on in a handicap match 2 jobbers, Elix Skipper and Dean Jablonski. And Paul White defeats him in 3:30 when Paul White pins Dean Jablonski with a choke slam. Now, there is something you know about both those men right there on the right that the fans don't know, Chad.
Yeah.
What is it?
They're both being mentored by a certain wrestler.
Yes, and that certain wrestler comes down and he yells at Paul White. He says, "Don't fuck with my guys. Don't fuck with my proteges. You stop it, you big bad bully." And we do know that this person once had Paul White watching his back in 1998, Chad.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Well, you tell us.
Jeff
Jarrett.
Jarrett.
Yep.
The man. They used to be, when Jeff Jarrett was European champion, the man behind him, Paul White. And now, Jeff Jarrett getting into the face of Paul White. This match was supposed to happen, but I think Jarrett or Paul White, one of them got hurt right before the blow-off, and it never happened.
So we're having it now.
So we're having it not now, Chad. They're just yelling at each other. He says, stop making my proteges look bad. We move on. Chris Daniels takes on King Iakea, Chad. A lot of matches, Chad, just showcasing the talent we have here on Friday Night SmackDown. Big win for Chris Daniels, former Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
Former Rat of WCW.
True.
Former King Iakea.
Former Prince Iakea.
Oh, we're showing a Mystico. We're showing a montage of Mystico getting ready, getting back in wrestling shape, getting that ring rust off. He's first time hitting the ring in months after the brutal and just downright evil attacks from Psychosis. We do know it will be an unbelievable match at WrestleMania. Mystico and Psychosis. What a match that'll be, Chen. Can Mystico get the revenge on Psychosis, or Psychosis, who's gone off the deep end? WWF officials have not been able to get in contact with Psychosis in weeks. We have not heard. He could be dead. We do not know. We have not been able to locate his whereabouts. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's in love. We don't know if he's single. We don't know.
We don't know.
We move on. John Cena is being asked by Kevin Kelly. John, you beat Rhino a couple weeks ago at the Royal Rumble. Does your mindset alter at all? Do you have this going into in this match? You think you're gonna have this is gonna be an easy win against Rhino, seeing you've already done it? And John's like, Rhino is the man beast for a reason. The people out there, they're chanting gore, gore, gore. I'm in there thinking bore, bore, bore.
Oh, clever.
He might be a freak, but he's not in my league. John Cena is going to walk in there and show why he's the people's champion. But first, Kid Cash and La Parka have a 91 co-main event, Chad.
Nice.
Kid Cash defeating La Parka in 1544 with a dead level. Big win for Kid Cash here,
How
Chad.
far did this get a 91?
They're both great. What do you mean? They're great in-ring talents, Jen. I don't know how this got a 91. Road agent work, refereeing, high experience, great chemistry. LaParca's got a great gimmick. Come on, Jen. It's easy. We move on, though, Jen. We get that main event match here. John Cena taking on Rhino tonight, the main event. Who do you got?
Oh, John Cena.
Well, in a 90, Jen, John Cena defeats Rhino within a 17-16 with a spin-up powerbomb, defending the United States Championship for the 5th time. A hell of a match here, Chad. A big win for John Cena. But then the lights go out, Chad. Ooh, the lights go out. And we just hear a cigar, like one of those lighters. The lights come back on. It's the Gentleman's Club. They surround John Cena and Rhino, and they just beat the shit out of John Cena and Rhino.
Oh, no.
They said they needed out. They're going to go look for opportunity, Chad. They're tired of just sitting in the club doing nothing. And they took matters into their own hands, and they beat down the United States champion and Rhino. And that's the show, a 92. Come on, this is what we do. 92s, not 74s like Nitro. We make sure our shows are good. We look at the ratios. We look at the penalties. We look at all that shit. We make things look great. Unbelievable show, Jen.
Okay.
Best match of the night, Kid Cash LaParca.
Yeah.
Nothing? No good show?
Good show.
Chad's a little salty right now. I wonder which iteration of... We'll see if for time.
And, Justin, here we are. The best show of the week. Everybody's favorite show.
We did Nitro.
You're right, we did do Nitro, the best show of the week. But we are here on Thunder, which is everyone's second favorite show of the week. Here we are. We are, of course, in Iowa. And, Justin, we are just going to jump right into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. So we have a couple pre-show segments.
Pre-shook.
So first of all, Lodi, Shane Helms, and Chris Candido, right? Shane Helms is he's in his locker room. It's just a segment, and he's talking to Chris Candido, and Chris is like, Shane, I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy that you were able to win the #1 contendership against Lodi. But listen, it was a 4-way match, and if I just feel like, maybe we both should have had a better plan. We're a tag team. We were both in this. I really feel like we should have decided one of us could have had a more united front. My birthday's closer to yours anyway. Mine's coming up. Like, it should have been me being the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. And Shane Helms is like, Chris, doesn't make any sense at all. We were in a 4-way match. I won. And as my friend, I'm happy that you're going to watch me compete against Lodi. And Chris Candido's like, yes, listen, I get that, but listen, why don't you go and try to make it like a 3-way? Let's try to make it a 3-way. Let's get me in there. Two against one. There's a chance that one of the Sweet Sensations are walking away with Cruiserweight gold. And Lodi just pops out from the wall, dressed in brick body paint. He says, sorry, I've gotten really good at sneaking since I was the 24/7 champion. Listen, I don't give a damn. I'll face both of you for a triple threat. I'll face you in a 3-way. I don't care. But how about this? Let's make it interesting, all right? Listen, Chris, you think you deserve to be it? And I love to get some popcorn and be entertained. How about tonight? You two wrestle. And Chris, if you win, I'll make the match a triple threat. So listen, that match is going to be booked later on tonight. Shane Helms versus Chris Candido.
All right.
And we got our Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, in a decent pre-show match, taking on the Colon Brothers. And in about that decent pre-show match, the Hardy Boys defeat the Colon Brothers when Matt Hardy pinned Eddie with an Omega event.
Is this the first time we've seen Eddie and Carly together?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, Eddie was with Sean's group.
Yeah, and now they're here.
Now?
So, yeah.
Is this the first time?
I feel like, I don't think it has been. I think we've seen him on there before. We'll double check, but I don't
double
think
check
so.
The stables. I think they're still technically Eddie's on the card with.
But regardless,
they didn't even win. Fuck them.
No,
Who cares?
the Hardys won. We start the show off. Owen and Raven. They're in the ring with Hoovy and Super Crazy. And Hoovy and Super Crazy, they talk about how they both beat down Owen and Raven. And and Hoovy and Super Crazy, they're in the ring and they go, listen, we've beaten you guys down, and you guys have have beaten us down. I feel like we've been doing this for a long time. And Owen and Raven, I'm challenging you to one final match for the Thunder Tag Team Championships, but we're gonna make it a little interesting. All right, because here's the thing. I'm sure you guys are sick of us. Quite frankly, I'm sick of you two. So how about this? Let's see if you guys really are unexpected excellence. If you guys really do think you're the best tag team in this company, in the world, then how about this? The two of us take on the two of you one final time at Super Brawl. And the winning tag team becomes the tag team champions, and the losing tag team must disband. And Owen and Raven, they look at each other and they just go, listen, if you guys don't like teaming up together anymore, that you could have just broke up. But listen, we've got no problem facing you guys for those tag team titles. We've beaten you once. We'll beat you again. We've beaten every tag team in this division. So yeah, you're in. You're on. Us at Super Brawl. One final time. Winners take all, and losers leave. Or split up, I should say.
Yeah.
So, big tag team title match, Justin. Mm-hmm. And Justin, they also then start up our first singles match of the night. These two men are in singles action. Owen Hart versus Hoovy Toon. And in a superb match, Hoovy defeated Owen Hart with a 450 splash. Because Super Crazy distracted Owen. And we go backstage, Justin. And Eric Young is beaten down by Tyson Duh and Lance Storm. And Bobby Roode, he comes in and he sees this happening. And he's going to go, he runs to help his buddy and fight off the two guys who have attacked him, but they escape at the last minute. And Bobby Roode, normally he would chase them down and beat them up, but he's too concerned about his injured friend Eric Young. So Bobby Roode checking on his friend Eric Young, who was beaten down by Tyson Duh and Lance Storm. Okay. Sting is in the ring, and he says, I am just here tonight to remind all of you just how special, how much of a treasure the icon Sting is by getting in the ring with a guy who is a member of this lovely cruiserweight division that everyone's been talking about as being this exciting division, right? That's where Ray came from, right? Your buddy Ray, the guy who challenged me to a match at Super Brawl, the match I declined. I'm going to show all of you why I haven't missed a step, and I'm going to give some nobody an opportunity to make a name for himself by beating an icon tonight. So who do you got? Who's stepping up? And Justin, the Great Sasuke steps up. And then about that good wrestling and decent from the crowd, Sting defeated the Great Sasuke by submission with a Scorpion Deathlock.
Okay.
And then during the match, then after the match, Sting is continuing to put in the Scorpion Deathlock on Great Sasuke. Rey Mysterio runs in, drop kicks him in the back, and throws him in the middle rope and hits him with a 619. And then once again challenges him to a match at Super Brawl. And Justin, Sting once again says no.
That's fair.
We've got Chris Benoit, Shannon Moore, and AJ Styles in the ring. Shannon Moore and Chris Benoit, they're talking shit to one another about their upcoming United States Championship match, and AJ Styles gets in the ring and he says, I don't think anybody really gives a damn about either of you. You see, Chris Benoit, you're a great wrestler, but you got the charismatic ability of my left shoe. But don't worry, Shannon Moore, because you're the right shoe. Both of you are good in the ring, but you got nothing else. You're just two good wrestlers. See, me, I'm AJ Styles. I'm the complete package. I'm phenomenal. And I'm also a former world champion, former cruiserweight champion.
So Shannon Moore.
Am just like Shannon Moore. Good shout. But unlike Shannon Moore, unlike Chris Benoit, I am going to be the greatest professional wrestler in WCW history. Chris Benoit, Shannon Moore, no one's going to remember either of you. No one's going to remember about you guys at all. Benoit, you're a match away from injuring yourself again and being gone for 2 more years. And Shannon Moore, what have you done after you won the world title? You've just been hanging around. You really haven't done anything.
TV champ.
Right. That's what Shannon Moore says. And AJ says, right.
That's what I'm here for, Chad.
But I'll tell you what, Shannon Moore, there's one thing that you do have that I want, that I am jealous of, and that's an opportunity against Chris Benoit. So I'll tell you what, tonight, you and I, in this ring, 1-on-1, and I'm not going to tell you I'm going to take your spot, because I don't have that ability, because I'm just a professional wrestler, but Chris, I'm going to wrestle, impress you, and show you that if you really believe that you're the best wrestler in the world, if you really believe that you want to face the best, then you won't want to face Shannon Moore. at Super Brawl, and you'll take on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And in about that good wrestling and great heat, I let the game decide this. I randomized it. But AJ Styles defeats Shannon Moore with a Styles clash.
This Nitro Thunder has been very mediocre.
Very mediocre. But we still got a few more matches coming up.
True.
See if we can pull it out. Goldberg is backstage with his Money in the Bank briefcase. He's walking to the back, and he's jumped from behind by Stardust, Justin. Stardust is mad. He said, listen, if it wasn't for the fact that you were in that main event, that number one contendership, if you hadn't have speared me and Regal was picking up the scraps, you know, he wouldn't be number one contender. I would be. And since I can't get my payback on Steven Regal, I'm going to get my payback on you. You took my shot, and now I just took my shot at you, Goldberg. I jumped you from behind, and guess what? At Super Brawl, if you're man enough to accept, I'm going to take your Money in the Bank briefcase. You versus me, Goldberg, one-on-one.
On the mic.
And so yeah, Goldberg can't answer because he was knocked in the back of the head by a pipe and he's unconscious.
Okay,
but
I was about to say, just him attacking him without a weapon.
Yeah,
makes Goldberg
he
look.
hit him with a pipe. Hit him with a pipe.
Got piped.
Yeah, got piped.
He got piped down.
So, but Justin, you have to assume that Goldberg's going to be conscious and accept this challenge. You have to assume. I mean, Goldberg doesn't back down from anybody.
No. He might die, though. You never know.
He might die. We got that match that we set up in the pre-show. In a decent match, Shane Helms defeated Chris Candido with a vertebreaker. So it is not a triple threat match, Justin. It is still a one-on-one match, Shane Helms versus Lodi.
Yeah.
Chris Candido just couldn't get it done. Couldn't beat his tag team partner, Shane Helms, in a singles match.
Couldn't do it in a multi-man match a couple weeks ago either.
Couldn't. And we have an angle at Steven Regal versus Minoru Suzuki. They're doing a contract signing for their World Championship match. Suzuki tells Steven Regal, ever since I started my run of aggression, my run of violence, ever since Minoru Suzuki became the most badass man in this company, I've beaten everyone and I've won the Universal Championship. And Regal, you've come close many times, but you just can't get it done. And what makes you think this is any better? Listen, you were able to get the jump on me last week. I'll give you that. Congratulations. That'll be the only win you have in this entire little thing we're doing here. Because at Super Brawl, Steven Regal, you're not getting into a wrestling match. You're getting into a fight with me, Minoru Suzuki. When you punch me, I'm going to smile. When you headbutt me, I'm going to ask for another. If you hit me, if you lock in a submission, you're not going to get me to tap out again. I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh, and I'm going to hold this Universal Championship held high when it's all said and done, and I'm going to beat you. And Steven Regal says, Suzuki, you are a phenomenal wrestler and a wonderful world champion. And for everything you say you are, for as violent as you are, for as crazy as you are, you have to realize, Suzuki, I am all that and even more. I've done so much in this industry, and you're right, I have come up short many times at holding that championship, but that means, Suzuki, that I'm especially dangerous because unlike you, I have nothing to lose. I can take any risk, any chance, anything I need to do to beat you, I can do it, and I will do it, because I don't know when my next opportunity at that belt will happen, and I'll be damned if I don't win that Universal Championship. I have fought, I've beaten some of the very best this company has to offer, and this company relies on me every single week to deliver some of the best matches on Thunder, and it will be no different at Super Brawl when I beat you in that ring, and I'm going to take that Universal Championship, and I'm going to show you that you are not the most violent, toughest man in this company. No, that man is Steven Regal, and tonight I'm going to sign this contract, and then I'm booked to take on your boy Taka Michinoku in a singles match, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to you when I embarrass, defeat, humiliate your friend Taka Michinoku. But first, and Steven Regal signs the contract. And then Minoru Suzuki, he signs the contract. And as he's signing the contract, Suzuki says, you've made a horrible mistake. And Taka Michinoku jumps him from the back during the contract signing, and Suzuki and Taka beat down Steven Regal before their match tonight. Steven Regal versus Taka Michinoku.
Regal still wins?
Yeah, Steven Regal, the fighting chief. Listen, This is Steven Regal defeated Taka Michinoku with a Regal stretch. You beat him down, but listen, he's down, but he's not out. He beat Taka Michinoku in the main event tonight.
Damn, Suzuki looking like a chump.
I think Taco looks more like the chump, but
They both do, because they both beat him down.
and an 89.
Told you.
89.
Still number one.
89, but that's okay. We
Still number one.
have a long
Doesn't matter.
we have a long way to go towards the end of the year, Justin.
Yep.
You get used to these while you can.
I've been used to them for the last 2 years, Chad.
Here you go. Listen, every dog has his day, Justin. Every dog.
And
has
you already
his
had your day at Royal Rumble, and you will not have
Every
another day.
dog has his day.
I've had a whole year. You had a day.
So now you know what? Just keep that energy when I win Company of the Year this year.
Oh, man, I hope so, because then it would actually mean you'd be competition for once.
So, but anyway, we are on the go homes to Super Brawl and No Way Out next week. So big shows, and we will see you guys there next time.
Fuck WCW.